be, does your employer make enough money where they have enough ability to pay? I mean, there's a list of things. And that's where if you do a consultation, we'll go through the details. Does your sister, what type of job, what kind of experience does she have, what kind of job would she fit into? And then the employer, in terms of the employer's ability to pay, that's like the major reason why cases are denied. And sometimes employers won't give me their tax returns when we start the case. If I don't get their tax return, I don't want to take the case because I'm not sure that employer's not lying. You know, and so I don't want to take a case if I don't meet, if I'm unsure whether the case meets the requirements.
هي بتقول يعني ما فيش حاجة اسمها جرانتي، ما فيش حاجة اسمها 100% أكيد. فأنت ممكن تقدم والموضوع يترفض، وعشان كده هي بتعملها على مراحل. أول مرحلة اللي هي الناس الراجل بتاعك اللي هيكتب الجواب ده، هل هو عنده القدرة إن هو يدفع مرتب لأختك؟ دي نمرة واحد. نمرة اتنين، هل هو عنده تاكس ريتيرن يعني بيفايل كل سنة وقد إيه التاكس ريتيرن بيقدروا يعرفوا الدخل بتاعه قد إيه؟ لو الامبلوير رفض يديلك على سبيل المثال التاكس ريتيرن بتاعه، ما هي بتقول لك هي مش عاوزة الكيس، هي هترفضها. لأن معنى كده هتبقى عارفة إن الراجل ده هيكذب وهي سمعتها هتتأثر، لأن لما تبعت الكيس هيسألوها الأسئلة دي. فهي بتحاول تغطي كل النقط دي من الأول، ودي هي وظيفة أو أهمية المقابلة الأولانية اللي بتعملها اللي بتاخد منك البيانات.
So that's why at a consultation we would give you the list of requirements, and if you don't have it right there, that's fine. You can give us the information. We can see, are they going to meet the basic requirements? Because if they don't, I don't want to take your money. I do my best not to do that. And you know, I would say on like asylum cases, over 90% of our cases are granted at the asylum office. On employment-based cases, we haven't had any denied in probably about 7 or 8 years. Why? Because we want to make sure it's going to meet the requirements. The requirements are not a mystery. You know, the requirements are in the law. We want to make sure you meet the requirements because I don't want to take your money and have it denied. Because you'll be mad at me and you'll tell your friends that I'm a terrible lawyer.
في حالات بتقول لك في حالات اللجوء 90% من الحالات اللي عندها اتقبلت، وفي حالات العمل يعني زي ما انت بتقول يعني حد يكتب جواب او كده يقول ان اختك هتشتغل 100% من الحالات اتقبلت عندها. ليه؟ لان هي بتفولو القانون بالظبط بحذافيره، وبتقول لك ده مش لغز يعني. هي عندها خطوات 1 2 3 4 5 6. فبتقول لك لو انت ما اتبعتش الخطوات بتاعتك هي مش عاوزه الفلوس بتاعتك، مش عاوزه تاخد القيس بتاعتك. ليه؟ لان بعد كده انت لما تترفض ده هينعكس على سمعتها هي.
يعني ترتيب الورق،
فترتيب الورق 1 2 بتقول لك يعني خطوات، هي بتمشي على الخطوات. بتقول لك ده مش يعني
هل ينفع جوزها معاها برضك، يعني هي وعيالها وجوزها ولا هي وعيالها؟
He's asking whether if this employer is going to sponsor his sister, can she bring her husband as well?
Yes. And
yeah, so if he sponsor her and she يعني لو هي خدت H1B يبقى her husband will get H2B, right?
Yeah, but that's on the H1. That's a different from a green card sponsorship.
Right. Oh, this is okay.
Yeah, but it's true on H1B you can bring an H4 actually.
Yeah, H4.
That is true. But this is, he's asking, I think you're asking the permanent green card, yeah, and the answer is yes, they can bring it, yeah. Another question in the back here, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. My father-in-law applied for a visa to come and visit us, and when he went there, he went with his son, and actually they only give the visa to our father-in-law. So is there any way, because he's very sick, he can't move along, so is there any way, can we do anything from here to help our brother-in-law to come with the father-in-law? No.
Other than reapplying in, say, 6 months, no. And every time you do reapply, you have to show more family ties, more reasons why you'd go back. It's a very difficult situation that you're describing, because the reason why they granted the father-in-law and not the son-in-law is because basically they feel, you know, he's going to they don't trust that the son-in-law is going to go back, and so they think the father will go back if the son-in-law stays in Egypt. As you know, this whole idea that how do we make sure people go back? I mean, that's the embassy. Yeah, that's what they're always looking for, the intent.
Can we find anything here, like for the son-in-law, for the brother-in-law, like just to have him come here even for visit?
No.
Okay.
Excellent question. There's nothing to file for him from here. The other thing is, although you can get a lawyer's advice, there's nothing a lawyer can do that will make the case stronger. Like if we say, we're the lawyer, here's our G28, they definitely will deny it. I refuse to do the actual, like say I'm the lawyer representing the case, because they assume there's something fishy if you hired a lawyer. So I oftentimes will give advice and maybe help draft an invitation, but I'm not going to actually become the attorney for the visitor visa, because as soon as you have a lawyer and a visitor visa, they know that that's fishy.
I
Yeah.
have a question. I had a patient in Egypt who had, I work with spinal cord injury, and I had a friend in Egypt who got spinal cord injury, and he asked me to write a letter for him saying that he will be coming here to United States for medical reasons.
Yeah.
And his sister actually lives in Canada. She's married to a priest, and they're wealthy people, and they said we're going to put whatever money in the bank just to secure his medical support
Yeah.
when he's here in the United States.
Yeah.
In fact, our Pope wrote him a letter,
Oh.
but he went to the embassy, and the embassy declined. So I'm not really sure if this is...
The only thing I would add to that is to say in the letter, the medical treatment's not available there. Because everything else you did, even the pool of money to pay for the surgery. So the only other thing you can say...
They were waiting for a medical hospital or medical center to accept him. But you know, doing this from overseas is a little bit is not as easy to do. But anyway, so he ended up declining. So I was just like, when he asked this question, I kind of like refresh my memory.
Everything you said was done correctly, and the only thing I would add to that was, as I mentioned, that it's not available treatment there. Otherwise, you try it again.
Yeah, that's very hard.
It's very hard.
Yeah, it's very hard to prove how.
It's very hard, yeah. Okay, here's one more.
Last question?
Yeah.
First visit at your office.
Yeah.
It's cost something.
Yes, the first visit costs $150, and that applies to if we're hired.
Consultation.
So
It's called a consultation.
the consultation, which is the first visit, is $150. We go through the case, we make sure you meet the requirements. If you do and we accept the case, then the $150 goes to our fixed fee. It's part of the fixed fee. Okay?
Okay, well,
Okay, so we have cards in the back. We'll be staying a few minutes if you want to ask personal questions. It seems you're all asking personal questions anyway. But if you have some more, we're here a few minutes. But thank you all for coming. It's been a joy to see you
okay,
again.
well, thank you so much, Anne, on behalf of our priest and our church and our congregation. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much, Christin, and our priest.
Thank you.
Father Mina.
Miss Christine, thank you for your great effort, and we nice to see need to see another ones after months or 2 months. Okay?
Yes, we'll come back, especially if there's any watching.
Absolutely.